Praise the Lord, brethren. Greetings from my family, my wife, and my children. We give thanks to God who has protected us during this period of COVID. He has been good to us. He has done great things. We can't tell it all. And this Sunday, we're going to look at rejoicing in my resources. Your resources or my resources should not cause sorrow. They should cause joy. Myself, my family, and the others. Does your money, your bicycle, your treasures, your motorcycle, your apartment, your house, your factory, your institution, your garden, every treasure you have, does it cause sorrow or joy to your family, to your neighbors, to your church, to the community around you? In 1 John chapter 3 verse 16 says, this is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. If anyone has material possession and sees a brother or sister in need, but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person? Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and truth. What is the basis of Christian giving? We give because of, not because of what we have, but because of whom we have. We give because we do not belong to ourselves, but to the one who gave himself for us. All that we have, we receive from him. Why do some Christians default? They have, I don't have enough symbol. I have so many commitments. I don't know what the money does. Not only having property, but they are possessed by the property. Some of them don't give because they lack knowledge. They don't have the word of God. What are the basic principles for Christian giving? The basic principle for Christian giving: do not give reluctantly. Christian giving is not just optional, but rather essential. Do not give out of compulsion or manipulation. Give for the right motive. We ought to give for the glory of God. Giving, we must give willingly, and we must give cheerfully, not according to what we have. Do not give to impress, as is written in Matthew 6, 1-4. Our giving is the ultimate to all the seeing Heavenly Father, as written in Matthew. Give expecting a blessing, as is in Acts 20:35. And we should leave the blessing to God. He knows which blessing to give us. Christian giving is an act of worship, as it is seen in 1 Corinthians 16:2. Give proportionately. Give with gratitude to God, and practice charitable giving. Hebrews 13:16 says, and do not forget to do good and to share with others, for with such sacrifice God is pleased. Giving and money. This is a very big element. Money is a very big element in life. We need money to meet most of our needs. In Timothy, we are told and we are warned about the love of money. Some have it and worship it, and some do not have it and curse God. Some find security and contentment and independence, but they are disappointed. The Bible gives a basic reason why God gives us money. In 1 Timothy 6 still, we are told that this money helps us to meet our basic needs: food, housing, clothing, and so on. God gives us money to prove that he loves us. Psalms 37, 4-7. God gives us money to be a blessing to others, as in Acts 11:27. You see the brethren, the first Christians, what they were doing. For the work of the ministry, God gives us money. And this is what the early church still used to do. Money is given in various forms as far as doing the work of God is concerned. It's given in tithing, in free will, in offering, in pledges, in thanksgiving. Praise the Lord. In tithing, what you earn is what you earn in all your labor. In all your labor, before spending, put aside the tithe. The tithe is the tax for the Lord, and it is 10%. It is the 10% of the harvest, 10% of the animals, 10% of the money, and if you default, you are supposed to pay 20%. Where to pay the tithe? The tithe, as written in Malachi chapter 3, verse 8-12, into the storehouse of the Lord. What do I lose if I don't pay? If I don't pay curse, if I don't pay tithe, I get a curse. And if I pay, there is a blessing. That is also written in Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Free will offering, 2 Corinthians 9, verse 7. Every man accordingly as he purposed in his heart, let him not grudgingly or necessity, for God is love. Cheerfully give. And God loves a cheerful giver. We also pledge, and in pledging, the first pledge is to offer our bodies. That's as it's in Romans 1:2. Romans 12:1-2. The pledge you make is between you and God. When you fail to fulfill the pledge, it is against God. Psalms 50, verse 14. We may have our pledges in public as a witness and accountability, and avoid making names as we pledge. Pledges can be anything: money, material, anything. Pledges, we can pledge formally and informally. We also have thanksgiving. Giving thanks is a good habit. We give thanks at the beginning of the harvest for safety, when they deliver children safely, for safe travel, for recovery from sickness, for promotions, and many other things. We give thanks to God. Where do we give? We give the places of spiritual nourishment, Christian missions, the needy and disadvantaged, the social and charitable issues, and community programs. You can also give to the government, like now the current program for COVID. What happens when we are generous? Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Psalms 112, verse 5. God's will comes to those who are generous, and he lends them freely. Imagine God lending to us. He lends to us. And in Proverbs 11:24, our personal personal giving and our free giving gains even more. Proverbs 11:24-25 says, a generous person will prosper. So as we give to God, we prosper. We get prosperity. Acts, once again, 20:35. It is more blessed to give than to receive. And when we give, there is a joy in giving. We cause joy to the people we give, and also there is an internal joy that comes within. 2 Corinthians 9:10, verse 15. Now, he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will also supply and increase your store of seeds and will enlarge the harvest. Praise the Lord. In conclusion, giving is determined by whom you have and not what you have. Giving is determined by whom you have and not what you have. What you have may not determine what you give, but whom you have. And so if you have Christ, the one who gave to us, he determines how. What have you done for your neighbor? What have you done for your needy in your vicinity? What have you done for your church? What have you done for the Christians near you during this COVID? God bless you. Have a wonderful Sunday.